chicken curry, curry chicken, whatever you call it. We could all agree that this is that one meal that tastes like home. So I'm gonna teach you how to make it. Randough style. Yes, that. So let's set up our prep station and get ready to cook. Alright guys, so this is an 8-pound chicken from the live poultry spot. I don't use store chicken, supermarket chicken for my curry. Everything is fresh, straight from the live poultry. 8 pounds, roast and cut up, curry size. We're gonna finish chopping up this chicken and then we're gonna wash it. Where my Caribbean people at? You know we can't skip this step. If we skip this step, ain't nothing getting cooked. So here I am, I'm going in with a little lemon juice, some salt, and some flour. If you guys got lime and vinegar, you can use that too. I'm using what I have on hand. Just wash your meat properly now. When I done wash this, you're gonna think I go in and curry a salad. We're rinsing this chicken properly. We're getting out all the impurities, and I use flour here, so I'm rinsing until my water runs clear. When it's nice and clean, guys, pat it down dry and let's get ready to season. Now I believe curry should taste like home, so this is where you guys get to customize whatever seasonings you want into your chicken. So with that being said, if you see me adding in something here that you don't like, substitute it. Leave it out. If you see I didn't add something that you do like, add it in. This is your curry, guys. I'm going in with some adobo, which is my favorite all-purpose seasoning, some onion powder, Badia complete seasoning, Jamaica's choice hell hot reggae seasoning. That seasoning is a hit, boy. I just use this seasoning like it could grow legs and run off the shelf. So I season almost everything with that, as well as a little garlic powder, and you can't forget that Caribbean green seasoning. If you guys need a little help making green seasoning, I do have a recipe in my shorts, so check that out. Do keep in mind that the seasonings I'm using have salt, and I know everybody's salt palate is a little different. I season generously because I do not add back salt into my curry if you ever looked at any of my reels. Next I'm going in with some sliced onions and some chopped up garlic, about 2 to 3 cloves. So a little disclaimer here, guys. I use a curry powder that comes from Guyana, wrapped in 20 newspapers and duct taped 40 times. So I wanted to use something that you guys could replicate down to the T. And I asked you guys what seasonings you have in your cabinet, and you said Lala's, and that's what you wanted me to use, so we're using it here. So don't come for me and start getting all crazy in the comments, buddy. So we went in with 1 heaping teaspoon of that Lala's curry powder. Next up on that list was 1 level teaspoon of Chief's garam masala and 1 level teaspoon of Chief's roasted ground geera. Now if you see an ingredient here that you recommended and I didn't use, drop it down in the comments. We got plenty of curry left to cook on this channel, so this ain't gonna be the last time. We'll include that in the next video. Now get in there with your hands and massage this chicken like you just come off of a 12-hour shift. I mean, the neck, the back, the foot, everything there in there. We want every piece of this chicken to be well coated and seasoned. I like to think of this part as my base. This is where most of my flavor comes from, and the rest of the flavor I think just comes from technique. But just take a look at this. Do me a favor now, smell your chicken. If it don't make you want to run off like you're shooping, maybe you should add some more seasoning. And now for the reason most of you guys are here, the measurements. Guys, remember this, 3-1-1. 3 heaping teaspoons of curry powder to 1 level teaspoon of masala and 1 level teaspoon of geera. And when I say teaspoon, I'm talking about the little spoon in my spoon jar, not that big dunce one. We're using the little one. Now these measurements are good for 1 chicken around 7 to 9 pounds in size. If you have more, you obviously might have to add more, or if you have less, you might have to take away. But if you're confused or you have any questions, drop them down in the comments. I will answer you. Next, I went in with a little aromatics, some garlic, some onion. If you have some green seasoning, you throw some of that inside too. Use whatever you'd like. Turn your flame on high and add some oil into your pot and get it nice and hot. When you see your oil give off a little light smoke, it's time to bonje. Keep going with that. Get every stuff you can. This is the process where I'm strengthening that flavor of those spices. I'm toasting it, I'm continuously mixing, because do not forget, our heat is still on high. We do not want to burn this curry, so I continuously stir this for just about a minute or so. And with this process here, this is how we achieve that color that I think drew most of you guys to me. But we're also building up flavor here, one turn at a time. Notice how I'm wearing a white t-shirt and blue jeans to make this video. Yeah, if you see a guy cooking curry with a white shirt and blue jeans, one of two things. He either knows exactly what he's doing, or the man's stupid bad. So just around a minute or so, we're going to add in a cup to a cup and a half of water and form that paste. Don't mind my data running off in the background. She's still stuck in Christmas. But you guys see that color? That's the color we're going after. That's the color I want you guys to achieve. It just looks appealing. And a wise man once said, food coloring does not go in curry. We're deciphering something here for makes sense. Notice how I'm continuously stirring this pot while scraping the edges of the pot. I want all of that flavor. I'm not letting none of that flavor go to waste. I just sit down behind my pot like somebody getting ready to teeth it. When that water starts to dry out is when we're going to get that paste that we're looking for. You're going to see a nice oil ring around it. And this is the paste I was talking about. You see that nice oil ring around it? Now we're ready to throw in our chicken. Once that paste is coated nice and evenly over all pieces of your chicken, we're going to reduce our heat to medium and cover it down. After about 10 to 15 minutes, you're going to notice that your chicken is losing its own water, and that's what we want. We want that rank water to dry down. I'm just adding in a sprig of thyme and some bay leaves for added flavor, and I put the cover back on. And now I'm just letting this go for about 20 to 25 minutes before I check on it. And notice how much water that chicken lost. So this is where I leave my pot uncovered to dry out most of that water on like medium high. And when most of that water dries out is when I'm going to go with my aloo or potato. Give it all a good mix. Let them potatoes soak up all of that flavor. Next, I'm adding in some hot water from my kettle, just enough to cover the potato, not really cover the chicken. And that's because we don't want to end up with long water curry buddy. We want a nice thick gravy that people can enjoy with rice or roti. Next, put the cover back on and cook down your potatoes until it's nice and tender. Alright family, we made it. Now we're just cooking this down until you get to the consistency of gravy that you like. And garnish with some fresh scallions, some loud hot pepper, and half a teaspoon of geera. And just sit back and admire your work. Just look at the consistency of that gravy. Look at the color. You can only imagine how much flavor is packed in this pot. I tried to make this recipe as easy to follow for you guys. Hopefully I did a good job at that. If you guys do have any questions, please do consider leaving a comment down below. I do get back to everybody. I will respond. I promise. Now let's get ready to plate this up with a hot, fresh dal. You can't have chicken curry without dal. That goes together like flat bread and butter. Now be honest with me guys, I'm curious. Is it just me, or when you go on vacation, is this not the first meal you want to come back home to? A hot plate of chicken curry? So to all my followers that requested this, hopefully I lived up to your expectations. I wanted to use your ingredients that you guys have in your kitchen, just so that we could replicate this down to the T. Because if my curry color and flavor don't come out like yours, you guys gonna cuss me nasty and start talking about my mother, auntie, sister, father. We trying to avoid that. Now y'all know with a plate like this, there's only one way to eat it, and that's with your hands. Dash with a fork, dash with a spoon, and saute this thing. This is my first YouTube video, guys, and we got plenty more to share. So drop a like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get cooking. Later.